Merry Christmas Fixer family, it's Charmin, and it's day 3 of 12 days of a rustic Christmas. And I hope that you got your supply list from the community tab yesterday and you're ready to craft with me. Now I will be posting day 4 supply list on Sunday. So make sure that you are subscribed and you have your notification bells rung so that you don't miss the notification when the supply list goes up and also when Monday's video, day 4, goes live. So let's get started on this project today. Welcome to Fixin' 2. We're going to go ahead and start off with 2 pieces of scrap wood and of course my gel stain. Now my wood is like 14 inches by about 3.5 inches. It is just some scrap pallet wood that I had. You can use 2x4s. You really want to use something that is thinner than that though, because this is going to be going into your tree. So you want kind of a lightweight wood. You can even probably use like a particle board or something to that effect that takes stain. Now you can also paint these, and of course make them your own. But I just went ahead and stained them and left them overnight to completely dry. Because what we're going to be doing to the front of these, they have to be completely dry. So basically putting on the stain, wiping off the excess, and leaving them until coming back the next day. So now that they are completely dry, you see they kind of dried a little bit lighter than what they looked like the day before when they were wet. But this is a color that I really love, using it a lot lately, but I think that it turned out just what I'm looking for my tree. So what I did is I went ahead and as measuring my pieces of wood, I created some decals on my silhouette, and I'm doing them for all is calm and all is bright, and just easily lifting off the vinyl and placing it down onto the wood piece. And of course here just making sure that it all is good and stuck to my transfer tape, and I'll be lifting that up and placing it onto the wood. Now one of the things that you will notice as I get this centered onto my wood, it is a little bit of an overhang on each end, and that is perfectly fine because we're just going to take a little X-Acto craft knife, cut those little ends off, and that finishes it out really nice. Now taking the last 2 little words here, all is, and getting that centered on there, placed right where I want it. I have a little tip, a little trick for you guys. When you are placing vinyl onto wood, if you will take a hair dryer, you can also use a heat gun, but make sure your heat gun is set on the kind of a lower temperature, because you don't want to totally melt the vinyl, but you want to do a little shrinking of the vinyl. And what that does, and when I say shrinking, it does soften it enough to cause it to shrink down into the pores or the lines of your wood, and causes it to be a more permanent part to your wood sign. This is an awesome technique. You just heat it up a little bit, and then you'll see that I'll run my fingers over it a little bit and make sure that it is good and adhered to the wood. Now of course I'm going to do my other one as well, where I said all is calm and all is bright, and we're just going to place this on here. Now with my bright, I did create this it's the same size as calm, but because it has the G in it, it does hang down a little below the wood piece. But for me, I was quite all right with this, and I just allowed it to kind of lay over the edge and made sure that it was secure there. But we're going to do this exactly the same way that we did the first one, by placing it down, trimming off the little edges there, and then coming back with my hair dryer to create a more permanent bond with the vinyl and the wood. And you'll see I kind of had a little bit of struggle right here with trying to figure out exactly where I wanted the all is words, but then I decided just to do it exactly like I did the first sign, and I think that it turned out just as well as the other. Looks just a little bit different because of the way that it's kind of offset a little bit, but it still really turned out great, and I am so excited about getting these into my tree, and I think that they turned out amazing. And you'll see here just one last thing, running my fingers over the entire piece here to make sure that it is good and adhered to the wood. And now they are ready to go into the tree. I'm so glad that you joined me today, and I really hope that you enjoyed this project as much as I did. And I want you to breathe in confidence and exhale fear, because fear is false evidence appearing real. And always remember to keep looking up, because that's where it all is. I'll see you on the next video.